What's up, y'all? Want to come on here and talk about a little decision I'm facing. Well, let's get into it. Of course, I told y'all earlier I'm moving to Miami. It'll be next week that I'm moving to Miami, and Marten don't allow drivers to park in South Florida. So anything below Orlando or Tampa, you're not allowed to park there. So I was faced with a decision. Well, right now I'm faced with a decision of if I live in Miami, I would have to leave my truck, like going on home time, I would have to leave my truck in Tampa or Orlando and then drive all the way home to Miami, which is from Tampa, I think it's like 4 hours. And from Orlando, would it be like 3 hours? So I have to leave my truck in Orlando, which I stay in the truck, so it wouldn't make sense at all. So I had to leave the truck in Orlando, drive all the way to Miami, and probably get a room or whatever. If I meet a girl, stay with her, and then when I come back, or get a place, or I'll have to bite the bullet, which I'm not trying to do yet, and get a place. So, and then when I come back out on the road, I would have to drive another 3 to 4 hours to get back to my truck. And then once I get to the truck, after those 3 or 4 hours that I drove for free in my personal car, then I might have a 9 or 10 hour a day of work. So that's a lot. I kind of did it in my first year with US Express. I drove from Georgia to Jacksonville, which was 3 hours in my personal car. Then once I got to my truck, I had to drive from Jacksonville to Savannah, Florida, to the Dollar Tree Distribution Center in Savannah, Georgia with US Express. And that was just a lot on me. I wasn't feeling that too much. So this would be like the same thing, which I'm in year 4, and I'm not a vet or nothing, but I understand that eventually that's gonna be a lot of wear and tear, mostly mental wear and tear on my mind, and so unfortunately I may be leaving Marten. I told him I would let him know by Friday whether I'm gonna consider trying it out, leaving the truck in Orlando and just driving to Miami every time I go home. But I had a talk with my pop, and that'd be too much, man. It's not worth it. So I would have to find a company out of Miami to work for. That way I can be, in the hiring zone. So anybody who came to Marten, all the strength in me, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. And like I say, if they do tell me by Friday they able to work something out, then I would stay with Marten, because I don't want to leave Marten. It's like my favorite company that I've been with so far in my 4 years of driving. So, I didn't have any plans of leaving, because I was first I was told, when I first mentioned it to him weeks ago, one guy, which is out of Tucker, told me, yeah, we can work something out. You'll be able to park it in Miami, as long as you have a safe place to park it. But he's out of Tucker, Georgia. My driver manager's out of Tampa, Florida. He said, my driver manager in Tampa said his boss told him, no, it's not okay for me to park in Florida because of high crime, a lot of killing, just a lot of crime going on. He said that we're not allowed to park in South Florida. So they threw a little monkey wrench in my plans. And like I said, first I was told it was okay by somebody else, and then somebody else came back and said it's not okay. So that, threw a little monkey wrench in the plan, but it'll be all right. I didn't want to leave Marten, but you got to do what you got to do. When I left California, I moved to Atlanta. That was only to, get things together. But like I said, Florida always been my favorite state, and I want to live in Miami. He was asking me, am I considering moving to Orlando or Tampa? And I'm like, no, I want to live in Miami. So, if y'all not willing to work with me, then unfortunately I gotta you know, stop working for y'all. But yeah, man. So pretty much, I'm still moving to Miami. That's not gonna change. So either they can, work with me. Hopefully, they have a change of heart and work with me. If not, then I gotta go do my thing with somebody else out of Miami. That'll be easier for me. So when I get my place, I won't have to worry about when I come home. I have to drive 3 or 4 hours just to get home to Miami. And then when it's time to go back to work, drive 3 or 4 more hours before I start my shift. Like, nah, that's too much. I look like Boo-Hoo the Fool. But anyway, man, yeah, that's just a little update on what I got going on. I said I'm moving next week. And I said if they have a change of heart, we can work something out. But if not, then I gotta go my own separate way. But I'll keep y'all updated and let you know what's going on. Oh, and also, somebody asked me, do Marten hire out of Florida? Yes, only out of, they only have a terminal, only have spots out of Orlando and Tampa. If anything below that, you might not get hired. And you're not allowed to park anything below that, Orlando or Tampa. Because we do have a Tampa yard, and they said we do have a spot to park in Orlando. So either of those spots or anything above that, you're cool. But anything below that, then no, they're not going to hire you most likely. So yeah, that'll answer your question, and y'all be safe. Have a good night.